still can't beat Goku.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna
Oh,
be.
you do know
That's
Ukiura is like the strongest character in fiction. We don't know his
no,
multiplier.
no. That's gonna be the follow up. Okay, that's gonna be the follow up. That's gonna be the follow up. That's gonna be the follow up video. That's gonna be the follow up video. Okay, the first one is 10 harsh realities of
10, yeah,
watching Bleach. So I'm like,
10
let's.
harsh realities of watching Bleach. So I'm assuming here anime, cause
Yeah.
watch.
Poor creative decisions that cause the fall from grace that makes it hard to watch today. I presume anime. It could be manga. It just depends because we have a panel of freaking eyes in a manga for some reason, just randomly. So maybe. So let's
You
see.
guys, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, we're doing CBR today, boys.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. We're back with CBR again, and they're like the articles, man. Let's see what they got.
So I remember.
Yes,
So,
I
sir.
remember.
first,
What
this
do you
is
want to
10
ask
harsh
me?
realities. So open that up.
The narrative concept blends Japanese, okay, with other cultures and timeline. This spawn us past Spanish, the Quincy
So, Kat,
animated Nazi
I
vibes.
remember
Oh no,
asking
dude,
me.
it's talking
You wanted
about
to talk in
Quincy's.
DC. So
Wait,
what did you want to ask me?
What?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm trying to ask Shadow what he wanted to ask me since he DM'd me about wanting to talk about something.
What?
All right, we
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Uh, I can address that in a
Shadow.
minute, but I think
So
Yeah,
what did
saying
you?
it might be like including
Yeah,
the
we
manga
can.
because it's talking about the Quincy's like being Nazis. So I think it's talking about the
Which,
manga.
yeah, straight up, they are in the manga. Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm like,
Saifa.
Yeah.
Guten Tag.
10. The tale of the lost agent arc is pointless. I
Oh
The
no.
lost
Oh
agent arc is
Oh
no.
pointless,
no,
dude. This
Oh,
those
is
fuckers.
but you are recording, right? Just to be sure.
Wait,
let me make sure. Okay, I am recording now.
Okay, good.
Cause
is this
So,
another slander of the Fullbring arc?
like this
so
is
we alternating again. So I guess
yeah.
you start.
I'll start. Ichigo is distraught after his Shinigami powers vanish, but he promptly regains everything over the course of the most pointless canon storyline in Bleach. Interesting. 24 episodes go into fleshing out the Lost Agent arc, but most events that take place aren't relevant to the overall plot whatsoever. Ichigo defeats Ginjo, his Shinigami friends take down the other Fullbringers, and Rukia stabs in the back to return his powers, a feeble plot twist that fools nobody except Ichigo. So, I always find this weird when people say that the Lost Agent arc is pointless, but people also suck off Hunter x Hunter, like their Chimera Ant arc, as being one of the best arcs in fiction. And I'm like, I don't get it. What is the
Is that
double
like the same
standard?
concept? Like the
They're
same
Because
concept we got.
the Fullbringers aren't cool. They're late. Just look at them. Even though I'd say they all, all
I
of
was
them
going
good
to think the
designs.
Fullbringers are probably better written than 90% of Bleach characters.
Except like Jackie. I'm not a big fan of her look.
Which
Really,
one's
like
Jackie? Which one's Jackie again?
It's the black one.
Dirty Boots.
A black
Like,
woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
the black.
yeah.
one of our only
Dirty
black
boots.
characters.
Like
Yeah,
this, that
the
hair
dirty-
does
the dirty-
not do it. That hair is bad.
Hold on.
I mean, like,
Like
it
I know
has
this is,
like a solid
I know,
backstory.
I know it's petty, but like a bad hairstyle
Yeah,
could just really ruin the appeal of a character.
I was
I
like,
can see,
go
I
back,
can see your
go
point.
back, Nude. Go back to that like really weird looking picture.
This one?
That's one of the main reasons I didn't like her. That weird
Nah.
arm
Well,
right there gonna
now-
occasionally appear.
So
now
Okay.
that
they
makes it
say
just like
the
look
Lost
like
Agent
villain.
arc is pointless.
I don't get how it's
Like-
pointless when it
Like
literally.
if they're talking about like in
addresses-
this, if they're talking about in the sense like, oh, he regains his powers, so why do you lose them in the first place? Like, does that really matter? Because like we still get some really great moments, like Tsukishima mind fucking everyone. Him
Right,
just
Tsukishima
right.
best
gaslighting
villain,
Ichigo.
man.
Like he has this whole speech of like, everyone else remembers things differently from you, Ichigo. You're the crazy one.
You're
Yeah,
actually
Tsukishima
the
best-
one
Like, you
tripping.
mean that's
Guys,
pointless? Like the anime
They're
being
basically-
one of the best animated parts of the entire show at that point. You think that's pointless?
Yeah, Yang, they're basically saying the best written villain in all of Bleach, Tsukishima, is pointless.
Honestly, bro,
Bruh.
I wouldn't go
the
that far, but he's definitely up there.
Like,
the best written antagonist is Genjo. I would not compromise on that. Genjo is the best
no,
written
no,
antagonist.
no, it's Tsukishima, dude. It's
Most
Tsukishima.
definitely not Tsukushima. He is not
Like,
as
Mm,
well written as Genjo. I can't like that. That is
well,
actually
yeah,
disgusting.
do
like
they think
that's with Genjo.
Ginjo being a foil to what Ichigo could have been is pointless?
Like
Because he straight up just Ichigo, but with different life events. You know, he's
actually,
random normal dude.
Yeah.
Gets Shinigami powers by stealing them from another person, makes some friends, but the Soul Society fucked him, and he realized it and wanted to get revenge.
it's
Yeah.
actually just
Like,
like
there's so many good aspects about the arc, like you said, Yang, like psychological torture from Tsukishima to be like a betrayal of Ginjo. Oh, betraying Ichigo at the end with a complex plan and building up Ichigo's trust and breaking him down.
I think they
I'll admit, like, for me, the Lost Agent arc is my least liked of the quote unquote canon manga only arcs. But that's mainly because you can definitely feel that Kubo's original vision for it was torn down due to its lack of popularity.
yeah. He didn't want
Honestly,
he
like,
didn't want the
still,
Shinigami to
But even
appear
then,
in
it
the
still has
Indicated
great
in,
stuff. Even then, it still has some great stuff, like we just brought up.
like
this might be a hot take, but I'm just gonna
bro
say this is
bruh
my favorite arc
bruh
in
bro
all
y'all
of
can't
Bleach.
even see this dude. What the fuck is happening to my screen right now? Yo, y'all
What's
can't even
happening?
see. Hold up, bro. Hold up. This happened before. Hold on. I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna post it. Like what the fuck? I don't know if it's showing in my recording. Okay, it fixed
Now,
it.
I see a chair in Furukia's head.
Oh my god. But
Like I see, like you know that standard streaming screen that pops up before the
yeah,
stream actually pops up.
I
I
can see
can
some.
literally see that through the scans.
Right. Okay, that's very powerful. But people always forget that the purpose of this arc is to actually reboot the fucking series and to put Ichigo actually face to face with what he wanted at the start of the series and to show how he's actually changed. He has, bruh. That's right. He hasn't changed at all. She says that, but his mindset definitely is changed. Like
Not even that.
Ichigo
It's also to
progresses so
show
much.
it's not even just like Ichigo's progression and how he's changed. It's also how the Soul Society changed.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
Like they even bring it up. Like if Ichigo wasn't here and made us change our mindset, we would have just left you to die.
Yep.
You mean like kind of like
Like
assassinate him? You mean they won't even leave him to that? They'll just come and assassinate the dude.
Yeah,
and there's also Byakuya, so
Yeah, dude.
we
Like
have the
that
arc
fight.
with Byakuya in the Soul Society arc with him with him being like, all right, bruh, let me choose my sister instead of the law. Like that's his arc. And then in the Aranka arc, we literally see him him save
you
Rukia and like
pointed your
calling her
sword
his
at my
bride.
pride.
And like he even called his pride and
Yeah.
whatnot. Even Zamari, dude. Like that hit.
Yeah, yeah. I'll even say this about the Bound arc, like not Bound, Bullring arc. Fucking the main villains in those arcs are way better than fucking Aizen.
It's debatable.
Tsukishima seems so much more intimidating than Aizen,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yep. In my opinion, yes. But like
Honestly,
popular
his
opinions
mind fuck
about
abilities
Aizen.
terrify me a lot more than Aizen's.
Yeah, me
Honestly,
too.
It's like your entire history, nah, man. And that was all Tsukishima there.
Wait, like, do you
Oh,
think
but again, I'm
but
Tsukushima's
glad that my
ability?
great uncle in World War One was saved by Tsukishima.
but
Yeah, and my best friend Tsukishima helped.
Yo,
My
guys,
best
do
friend
you think,
Tsukishima, he helped my mom during her operation. If it wasn't
bruh,
for him, she would be dead.
alright.
guys, do you think Tsukushima's ability can be like a counter to Kyoko's Wigetsu? Like, do you think it's
Yo,
a
Yang.
counter?
But Tsukishima's fucking amazing as a character.
Yeah.
It could be. It depends on like the situation, like you're presenting it in. In most scenarios, I would say no, just by the nature of it, because the win con for Kyokai Suigetsu is a lot easier.
I mean,
Just
like,
look at
remember,
Aizen.
Yeah.
like, remember how, like, he planted like memories of him like being in that terrain with Byakuya, and like he purposely made traps for Byakuya or whatnot. Do you think like he might like invade Aizen's memory and like um make it, I mean, alter it like as if he countered. I mean, like we know it, the counter focus of Kyoka Suigetsu is like him holding
He
the
doesn't
blade.
just alter memories; he alters the past entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
So like,
memory
what if,
manipulation.
wait, like let's
Like
say that.
he's basically. I don't like putting it this way, but he's basically like a self-insert character in a fanfic. That's what his ability is.
Yeah.
Just plop him into a pre-existing story, but now I'm influencing your backstory.
Yeah, Tsukishima OP as fuck.
Okay.
And
We've spent too much
intimidating.
time on the lost agent arc.
Yeah.
Number 9.
We'll spend too much time on Tsukushima, to be honest. This isn't about how cool Tsukishima's abilities are. This is narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, but
Like, it's
Tsukishima
cool,
is
like,
the best character in the entire series, don't at me.
Genjo
I
is.
like
But
Genjo more.
anyways,
Like,
so the power
okay,
scaling. Oh wait.
continue.
Oh
Objectively
boy.
Ichigo is the best written, but Genjo's is
Uh,
strong second. But okay, either way.
All
It's
right,
your turn, Yang.
my turn.
It's
Oh
funny.
boy, I wonder.
Right.
I wonder if this will tickle our fancies.
Oh,
Considering the
Bato.
previous lists we did.
I,
The
wa-
power scaling is incoherent in several places. We'll see about that.
I like the fact
Let's
that
see
this
what
website
your
is always,
complaints are.
I
I
like
feel
the
like
fact that this
feel like
website
they're
is always inconsistent with power scaling, and they're judging this show because of power scaling because it's inconsistent.
It's
And the
actually
ironies in the air.
It's very
The
Let me
hilarious.
say
ironies
my
in the air.
thing. Let me say my thing. Then you can break it down.
Do you
Wait,
think
wait a
like
minute.
you want to know
Anime
if
Wait,
power
like
let
weapon is
Ichigo
hold up,
being
hold
like
on.
mentally?
Hold up. Let Yang
Yeah,
Yang
okay.
read it out, bro. Let Yang read it out. Chill.
Yeah,
Go
bro.
ahead, go ahead.
Anime power levels tend to go through the roof and into outer space, stretching the audience's suspension of disbelief to the breaking point.
Oh my god.
Should be to the breaking point. Just
Yep.
make proper sentences, CBR.
They don't.
Bleach's power-up system, however, is incoherent from the outset. Oh shit, it's bad. CBR said it. Ichigo acquires Mugetsu, an ability that vanquishes Aizen in his final form almost effortlessly. I mean, not really. I mean, he got fucked up, but he still survived it at the cost of Ichigo's powers. Anyways, in the
That's a whole
1,000-year
good thing.
Blood War arc, the hero doesn't think to use the same technique on Yuha.
Art.
Not to mention, it would have been even far more devastating the second time. Also, the less about their spas power scaling, the better. Mugetsu against Yuha.
This nigga's
Why
a
would he
mouth.
use Mugetsu?
He's
I mean,
stupid.
like,
Why is
like,
this the point?
Like, one, even like one. Let's just assume for CBR's argument that he still can use Mugetsu. One, why would he do that? Why would he sack his powers after the entire point of the Lost Agent arc is him realizing he hates being powerless? Two, he surpassed Mugetsu. He doesn't
Thank
need
you.
Mugetsu,
Thank you.
and even if
Thank you, dude.
he fails with it, he would still have no reason to use it.
You want to know what's funny? Like,
Time.
you want to know what's hilarious about this? Like saying Mugetsu. You want to know what's hilarious about that?
What?
Ichigo literally in the chapter where he gets his true Shikai, literally acknowledges that, yo, I'm not about to do Mugetsu. I'm not about to fight like that no more. I'm not about to ask for your help, Zangetsu. I'm not about to push you away, White. I'm not about to even like use your powers, bro. I am you. You are me. You are my powers. The way I was thinking about it before is trash. And then he gets his true Shikai. Mugetsu,
Dude.
bro.
He
If
touched him out.
anything, Mugetsu would nerf him. If anything, because
Yeah.
it would actually not only mentally nerf him, it would also just like not be a good form for him to go into. Like it doesn't make any sense logically to even think about this. And I don't know why they're like he didn't use Mugetsu in the Thousand Year Blood War, therefore scaling inconsistent. Like out of everything, really? I don't use
And like,
Mugetsu, scaling bad.
and they also like they bring up the Espada, and it's just like, can you not do math? Like 4 less than 3.
Dude.
The stream died.
Like the
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah.
thing
That's
that
what it
throws
was.
in a
Okay.
monkey wrench is Ukiora, and even then, like, Aizen is aware of that form, and he still gave him number 4.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, dude, you have to realize we don't know Gundy Etapa's multiplier, so for all we know, Ukiyo is stronger than the peak of like Yuha and true Bankai Ichigo.
What?
That was the joke that I was trying to do a couple days ago, and I messed it up because I put the wrong
Jokes
name.
about
Anyways,
Espada's power scaling the better, but just I'm like, I don't know why they mention Espada when they're numbered. I'm like, that's so easy. Okay,
I mean, that's
higher
the point. Like,
number, they win. Like, bro, we can have all the debates we want. Oh, wish Espada would win in this scenario. More times than not, the higher ranked Espada will just win. Like that's literally just how it is.
yep.
Like let's not be like no arguments, no none of this. That's literally just the intention, bro. That's literally why they're
Like
numbered.
even if
Come
you
on.
say oh, Aizen didn't know about the Segunda Etapa, even though he does, like
What?
we don't know how much stronger it makes him.
Wait a
But
minute.
even
And,
hold
like,
up, bro. Even
isn't
if
it?
we
Guys,
just give it that,
you're,
like,
you're
bro,
forgetting something
Uki.
important.
Wait,
If he
wait.
goes into Gundy Etapa, he no longer has a number, meaning he transcends the Espada number.
No, most of them don't have numbers actually. It's so stupid, but I don't know why people even mention that, bro. Most of them don't have numbers when they go into the resurrection. But besides that, I'm literally like, dude, even if you want to be like, bro,
Like
Ukiura fucks it
like
up. It's literally like, bro,
Halibel, Halibel's stronger than all the Espada. Her number is gone.
most of their numbers,
And it's
Number.
all
you can't see
okay.
most of their numbers anyway.
You can see it in the forms. It's not there in the resurrection.
Alright. So,
Well,
hey, Aizen
to be
doesn't get
honest,
the closure he
I'm
deserves.
surprised. Like they didn't mention like Ichigo's mental nerf. Like I thought that would be like the number one, like power
I
scaling
thought they
flaw.
would take. I thought it would have been like from a perspective like, how is Ichigo able to fight Yami when he was just getting clapped by Ukiyo?
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm surprised they
Like,
didn't use
you
the
could
mental nerf.
like they could have done anything, but they went with Mugetsu.
Like the worst,
Actual
like
L.
possible argument they chose it. Well, it's CBR. What do you expect?
So number 8 is Aizen doesn't get the closure he deserves. The villain revealed in the Soul Society arc shook the Bleach fandom to the core. Very few people could predict the docile Captain Aizen. Captain Aizen! Aizen! A soft-spoken, mild-mannered Shinigami with the punch in for
Penchant.
penchant
Penchant for calligraphy.
At the, as the monster will turn out to be, the transition is rapid, and the next couple of arcs follows Aizen's attempt to destabilize tradition and become a divine being. The problem is that his character is poorly described, with limited backstory, unclear future, and perhaps most exacerbating bruh. Why is this the final thing he ends on? No Bankai. Why is this
Kubo
what
is
you end on?
literally killing himself by the end of the final arc.
But
Like,
I'm like,
if he tried to go in more in depth on like that final battle with Yuha and like give him Aizen a Bankai, it might have actually broken his arm forever.
hold up, bro. Tell me. So Aizen, bro, which video this nigga, bro? Tell me how in half of this video, this man is fucking dissecting Aizen's character, and these niggas are like, bro, it's poorly described. We have enough to understand it. We literally know, oh shit, he doesn't fuck with there being an actual freaking corpse being god of the universe. He doesn't think that's okay. He thinks that should change. And he's like, all right, I'll be the person that
I'd say
changes.
Aizen's kind of right on that. Why would you want to live under a corpse?
yeah, that's kind of weird if you ask me.
Literally
What
being
is it,
like, bro,
magic?
I'll change it, bro. I'll be God. I'll change shit. Y'all niggas are whack.
Aizen
As well as
2020.
like, the as well as the multiple different just like facets of his character that we do see by his actions. Him sparing Hollybell, him being like, all right, I'm not about to kill y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see me fucking do this shit, bro. Like that's a Chad move, by the way, bro. Being like, I'm not
But
about
wouldn't
to
he
kill
get
y'all.
back
Like,
to the Zero
fuck off.
Division?
Put it this way. Just his motive rant to Kisuke right before he's about to get sealed up says so much about his character
Yeah.
from that one scene by itself. Like, we don't need everything spelled out in explicit detail. Just like, we don't need a 10-chapter backstory on that motive rant. Like, we can get the picture just from that.
Just like this, just like shows right that people prefer being spoon fed than having just like
Bruh, dude.
things open to interpretation, which Kubo likes to have. Like Kubo's writing literally doesn't work with how like these people want the shit to be, bro. Especially, bro. I just find it so funny that we literally have Aizen's downfall as well being foreshadowed. Because people usually mention that, like Aizen not using Kyokai Suigetsu, Aizen getting cocky. We literally have that foreshadowed by Karia and Yuha doing the exact same thing. Their power eventually consumes them in the end, and they become blind to what they originally wanted. I'm like, bruh, we literally have
And
these things set in place.
even then, him not using Kyoka Suigetsu is in character. He doesn't want to do it to Ichigo. Because
Yep.
Ichigo is very unique. He wants an actual fight from him.
Yep.
Like,
And
if he has Kyoka Suigetsu, then he'll just know in the back of his mind he can do it anytime, and boom, he just wins.
yep. Dude, the fact that our boy Ichigo even has the thing where he's like, bro, I felt loneliness for his sword, bro. Like I think he want his wish got like it came true. He lost to me, and then, bro, he got his powers, bro. He wanted to lose. He, the the Hogyoku granted his wish, bro. I'm like, bro, that, like, bro, come on, bro. The anime's narrative
Almost
focus
as
and
if
pacing is disjointed.
Almost as if Aizen has conflicting goals between what he wants on a bigger scope and what he wants on a personal scope.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah.
as if
He's a multi-layered
almost as
character.
if people have more than one goal in life, even if they don't realize it. Almost like Aizen's kind of realistically written there.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
Aizen's
lot of the
really well
characters in
written.
Bleach are actually human, and they do a lot
Dude.
of human things. They're
What do you mean they're human? Reggie said that human emotions suck in this debut chapter. Okay, next one. Next one, I guess.
yeah, 7.
All right. The anime's narrative focus and pacing are disjointed. It's a fucking 2000s to early 2010s shonen anime. What do you fucking expect? It's a product of its time. Let's see what they have to say. Bleach begins with a comfortable slow burn. An orange-haired adolescent who can talk to ghosts discovers that there's a lot more to his supernatural abilities. The next 50 or so episodes maintains this pace. The fuck you on about? The substitute arc ended at like episode 20.
Yeah.
Taking their time to introduce audiences to the fascinating world of Soul Society. Many fans feel that Aizen's revelation is the point at which Bleach loses its narrative focus, consequently taking a toll on the story's pacing. Bleach never quite recovers from this change. On the bright side, at least it doesn't turn a complete balderdash. Ooh, a dictionary word. Ooh.
I was
Okay.
just trying to be sophisticated.
Question. It specifically points out the anime, but none of the filler.
You would expect it to actually mention, like, if they're gonna mention that, to mention any of the fillers. Like, you would think, right?
Well, is it really
Like,
filler?
It
the
says it.
perfect example, the Shusuke Yamagai arc. Like, Ichigo, he just had this life or death battle with Orihime. He saved her. Next episode, so let's go back in time, but not the Turn Back the Pendulum arc. Let's see the story of Shusuke Yamagai.
Oh my god.
Like, that is fucking disjointed.
Yeah.
But they don't bring any of that up.
Yeah. Like, you can say that, like, the fillers are placed in odd places at times. Like, the Reg arc is put in a good place. The Bounce arc is fine. When was the
But
Zanpakuto
the
Rebellion?
Zanpakuto Rebellion and uh, the Shusuke Yamagai arc, they both happen in the middle of the Aragcar arc, so they have to
Yeah.
retroactively say they're flashbacks.
Yeah. I'm like, those two
It's
are the
just,
two that are odd, but they're just like, you know.
but even then, it's a product of its time. Like all shonen anime from long-running stuff had this problem just to avoid catching up to the manga. Like fucking Dragon Ball did it, Naruto does it to infamous levels. I don't think One Piece does it, but in exchange, the pacing in that show is
Is
exponentially
dog water.
worse.
So like, do you
One
think like
chapter per
once
episode.
it like releases again, like it will have like a better pacing? Like in this era, in this current era, do you think it will have like a better pacing
It
compared
doesn't
with
have
like
any purpose to have any fillers. Like there's no
The,
place
yeah,
to
the,
put anything
the
at the
only
end.
quote unquote fillers that we would most likely get is just like extensions to the
some
Blood
novels?
War. Just like, extra stuff that Kubo couldn't fit in because of just time constraints and the fact that he was killing himself in the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think
But
like
what's
it shouldn't be
even
filler at that point? Like it should be
it's
like at least like an anime canon, not like a filler.
well
Like I
in the
wouldn't consider
first
that
place,
filler.
Bleach's anime is canon to the manga. Well, even in the
Yes.
first place, like Kubo's literally said it multiple times in his interviews. Like which I also
Movies are
yeah
directly referenced in the manga. The Valley of
Nothing but the
Screams that
manga is
only
The
canon.
first thing,
appeared
yep.
in Memories of Nobody.
yep. Because there's also like there's
And
who's that
Ichigo
one character?
referencing the fact that he has seen the Valley of
And that
Screams.
he was
Yeah,
there before, like he dude.
dude. Which one? You know that guy from like the Menos Forest? I forget his
Ah,
name off the top of my
yeah,
head.
Azoshiro, I think.
Yeah, like he's literally mentioned in the novels. Like he's mentioned like 2 or 3 times or 4 times. I don't remember off the top of my head, but he's mentioned multiple times. I'm like, bro, that
Kubo
only
even
happens
mentioned
in
like
the anime.
Kubo even mentioned that he originally intended to have him in the manga. He just couldn't think of a proper time frame without destroying the pace.
Yeah. Fun fact as well, the Bounce arc, Kubo wanted to put it in the manga, but good thing he didn't, because I think Kubo would have fucking died. This dude
Oh,
fucking
straight.
fell over, bro. But
He would have lost both his arms. They would never work ever again.
but for it being disjointed, I find it weird because so it's talking about it in a sense that it's like you're currently watching Bleach, and it's like they're saying it's disjointed, but the purpose like that they put the fillers in is for them to be side stories. And once it's done airing, you can just watch it in the way you want to. Like you like that's the way it's now. So I'm like
Like
it's
even
not like
then,
it
they
was
don't
before when it
mention
was
any.
airing.
Even then, they don't mention any of the filler. They're just making broad strokes about Bleach's narrative in general. So we just, from what's written, we have to assume they're not talking about the anime. They're talking about like just the manga storyline, I guess.
Alright. What is 6? People who should be dead don't die. Bruh, the fact that okay, so if this is an anime list, no. If this is a manga list, spoiler warning. Y'all can leave. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My nigga Byakuya should have died. But
Oh,
if this
absolutely.
is a
Straight up.
manga, but this
That's
isn't a manga
that's the
list.
one thing like
It should be anime.
straight up.
But yeah, what were you saying?
Anyways,
My bad. I was saying stuff like in the middle.
Yeah, straight up. Byakuya should be dead. Like that's the one thing I'll always say. Like
Yeah.
it's clear that wasn't Kubo's intention, but just like the backlash, just but no, I gotta bring him back now. I guess it kind of destroys it kind of retroactively ruins Rukia versus Adznod getting revenge, but
I think it's still
The-
fine. It's just
Byakuya
isn't as
being
impactful as
just-
it would have been.
yeah, Byakuya being dead would have been so much more impactful. Like actually dying would have been so much more impactful for the entire arc.
All right,
But
characters are constantly
it's your turn to read.
yeah. Characters are constantly killed and revived in Bleach, a cycle of death and
Is this
resurrection
done?
that makes
Can I
sense.
come back?
That makes less sense each time it occurs. Ukiura kills Ichigo with his Segunda Tapa, but Orihime's voice promptly brings the hero back to life. Aizen massacres half the Gote, but they survive with minimal injuries. Worst of all is Byakuya's death scene. Dude, this is a manga list. Wait, this is bro. You're talking. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. the anime's narrative is pacings are disjointed. This is in the manga. Byakuya doesn't die in the anime yet. Wait
Watching
a minute.
experience, by the way.
Interesting, CBR. But worst of all, Byakuya's death scene, framed so perfectly the audience truly believed it happened, only to find him alive and kicking after royal guards take him under their care. On the flip side, there are a few characters whose deaths are meaningful and permanent. We already talked about that. For anybody that doesn't know, the reason Byakuya is alive today is because the fans absolutely went ballistic, sending death threats, bro, to all the voice actors, Kubo, and dude, they ran him off Twitter.
Wait,
Kubo
are
had
you
deleted
serious?
his Twitter, bro. Yeah, they ran him off Twitter. So
Mm-hmm.
very
Like,
bad.
okay,
Wait.
so
Popular demand, based on popular demand, they brought back Byakuya.
Yeah, like Kubo was actually forced to because everybody was getting death threats.
they were
Like everybody
threatening his
wants him alive.
life.
Yeah,
Like what? Like the Japanese only fans, or we're talking about like worldwide?
worldwide, just in general, everybody like niggas were actually losing their fucking mind, and I'm like,
Like,
Hmm.
calm down, bro.
uh,
If Byakuya
they,
stayed dead, I don't doubt like how people were like, bro, Urahime and Ichigo got together. I'm burning my Bleach mangas. I'm like, if Byakuya stayed dead, I don't doubt that would have happened as well. Like I don't doubt it at all.
yeah, Kubo might have actually died if he kept Byakuya dead.
Like
Like,
people are
straight
very
up.
sus, like for that. But
Like,
for the example they
like
use for this point is bad. But go on, Yang.
so
Let me finish.
they say like, Ulquiorra killed Ichigo as Suguna Tapa, but then Ichigo came back. One, Ichigo is a special snowflake, in case you fucking forgot.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just some Shinigami dude. He's not just some guy who stole some Shinigami powers. He is the son of a Shinigami and a Quincy with a hollow mixed in.
Yep.
Dude, he has every power under the sun. I don't know what you're talking about. He has everything.
And two, like, fucking substitute arc. It said that your willpower to live and the strength of your spirit energy makes you more likely to survive fatal injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really? Damn, I missed that
So,
part.
Yeah.
dude, it was in the fight with Grand Fisher.
Oh, damn. I missed
Yeah.
that part. Really?
But
And even then, like, okay, so let's read down the other example here. Aizen massacres have to go take 13, but they survive with middle injuries. You realize Unohana's there, right? She's there. You can treat their injuries.
what's
So
worse
not
is literally Aizen said, "I'ma keep y'all alive, so y'all can watch, bro." What makes it worse?
Like, she fucking saved Hiyori, who was separated from her legs.
Yes. Actually, just
Yeah.
insane.
Yo, why am I seeing on black screen? Oh, there we go. I just saw.
On the stream, do you still see the black screen?
No, it's just only that like the manga panels are like
Yeah.
really.
I was that's just for the purpose of the video. I'm trying to find where Ichigo is fighting White. White literally says, "Don't die before I come back." And what does Ichigo do? He dies. And who comes back? White.
Been a while.
That's what we in the writing business call foreshadowing.
Ooh.
I mean, this is CBR.
Like, they don't care about the plot. They don't care about none of this.
Dude, they don't have good writing.
Oh,
They don't. They most definitely don't.
Dude, they have
But
like 2 sentences for like when I don't know if it was with Yang, but we were doing a fastest character in
in
Naruto.
Naruto, it was the 10 fastest leaf ninja in Naruto, and every entry was only like 2 sentences, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Like, they don't care
that.
about writing.
So like they don't even put evidence or yeah.
They just give basically the characters' backstories for half of it, and then maybe something to give them some scaling, but nothing for speed.
Mhm.
They don't care about proper writing and properly following up on your title.
they just be bro. Where is Ichigo? Where's this scene with White, bro? What the? Oh, there it is. Here it is.
Yeah.
I was too far. Okay.
Damn, yeah, he got stabbed.
Make sure you don't get killed
It
until
is.
we meet again. And heed this warning: if you really want to control my powers until we meet again, make sure you don't get killed. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop it. An endless
I guess.
stream of filler episodes.
I mean, like anime is
My
masters of
turn.
foreshadowing.
Yep.
Wait. So wait, this is separate from number 7, even though number 7 was about the anime pacing.
So,
No,
dude,
I feel
so
like I wait. Are they
this
just straight
has
up
to
padding?
mean
They straight up padded the list
this either
with two of the
means
same fucking
but
points.
yeah, this either mean that the ant like they meant to put manga here, or they just put the same thing twice. One or the other. But
I'm gonna take the least generous route because it's CBR. They put the same point twice.
alright, Yang, go get him.
Number 5,
5.
an endless stream of filler episodes. The inclusion of bonus Omake specials and single episode fillers is acceptable, as long as they don't overload the anime or draw attention away from the main narrative. Bleach, on the other hand, is packed with multiple filler storylines, including the Bound Invasion, Stolen Hokyoku, Zanpakuto Rebellion. Dude, Stolen Hokyoku is like fucking 3 episodes long. Shut the fuck up. Like, I know exactly what you're fucking talking about. That's 3 episodes. Like, that's nothing. Zanpakuto Rebellion, New Captain, and Gote 13 Invasion arcs. Filler makes up slightly less than half the total number of episodes in Bleach, which is just too much for most viewers. You can skip it. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the original runtime of Bleach is over. Like, you can skip the fillers if you want.
If you want
And
to
even then,
fillers,
again,
you
it's a
can.
product of its time. Like, Naruto filler hell is well known for a reason, and that's because the anime staff had to make filler episodes so that they don't catch up with the manga before Japan kind of realized, hey, seasonal stuff with breaks in between kind of sounds nice.
This shit could be powerful.
It took them nearly 20 years to figure that out, don't they?
But yeah. Not only can you just skip it, for Bleach specifically, it's not filler. All of these are just side stories. The Bound arc specifically, like I personally will say, you most definitely, I would say watch all of Bleach, but if you're just going to watch the anime, I would still watch the Bound arc specifically. The very end of it literally foreshadows both Aizen's downfall and Yuha's. It's directly one to one with Yuha. Yuha's downfall is directly foreshadowed by the Bound arc, just one for one.
Are you
And
serious?
yes, Ichigo
That
literally
far?
Ichigo literally says that if fate is like grains of sand, the way Yuha describes his ability, the future is like grains of sand scattered before me, then give me a blade to shatter fate. And then Ichigo is shattering fate, as we literally see at the end of the chapter, like the drawings, and cuts down Yuha with the sword that he did acquire from Rukia, getting stabbed. Boom, boom, literally one for one. It also
It all comes
does
full
like
circle.
it also does foreshadow Aizen being consumed by his powers and then being an ape and then he loses. But
Honestly, something that I actually kind of like with the Bound arc, specifically regarding specifically with Hollow Ichigo, because it makes his takeover a lot more gradual.
yeah, Hollow Ichigo out here trying to help and Ichigo's just being like, no, Hollow, I hate hollows. No, I can't stand hollows. I'm racist. And Hawaii Ichigo's like, man, fuck this nigga then. He's a cock. Yeah, he is. This man messed
Anyways,
up.
so we basically already went over this point,
Yeah,
kind of with number 7. Again, I'm being uncharitable here.
so
They
easy.
just put the same point twice. They couldn't think of a 10th thing.
This is literally freaking. This was today, dude. This was 17 hours ago, bro. Come on now.
They've been speeding this.
There are way too many. What? There are way too many canon episodes. What?
Wait, what? What are you
Number
talking
4.
about?
There are way too many
Isn't that supposed
canon
to be a good thing, though?
episodes. Okay, filler episodes aside, Bleach is known for prolonging its canonical subplots beyond tolerable limits, like in the Hueca and Fake Heart Town arcs. There is no reason for a single fight to go on for dozens of episodes. Bleach shares this trait with Dragon Ball, another anime that uses a painfully time-dilated mode of storytelling. That being said, the blame cannot lie entirely on the anime, as the manga is also guilty of the same thing. The anime could have helped resolve this issue, though.
No, they
No.
couldn't. They have to stay behind the manga. That would just mean even more filler, which they hate. It's a lose-lose scenario.
This is just dumb in general. That like because the episodes are paced in a certain way, and that's how it is entirely paced. It is a very consistent pace, and even for the fights, it is constantly switching between multiple fights because this isn't just a big like oh 3 people are fighting, 4 people are fighting. This is an entire organization fighting another organization at the same time, and they literally have goons. Come on, bro. Like, what are you on about? Like, what, how many people are in an FKT? Like, what? Are there, like,
There's
13, 14,
there,
15, like, 20?
way more. There's the captains on the Gote, the lieutenants,
The Espada?
the Espadas 1 through 3, all their fractions, which is like 10 on their own.
Yep.
Aizen, Gin,
Tozens.
the fucking Vizards, Ichigo. That's like 30 plus characters.
Yeah, so I'm like,
So,
and they're
what?
constantly
I had to go and
cutting
do something.
between
So, what
them.
did I miss?
So, okay, so we're on number 4. There are too many canon episodes, and they're like, bro, these fights shouldn't be this long. And I'm like, bro, there are more than 30 people fighting at the same time,
You
which
could
is
agree.
why
This
you
is
get cuts.
And let's not forget everyone in Waco Mundo. Byakuya, Kenpachi, Mayuri, the Espada's there. Orihime, not Orihime, because she's not really fighting. Rukia, Chad, Renji. There's like 50 characters to keep track of at this
Actually,
point.
there's so many characters in this arc, and it's just like, bruh, like, what are you talking about? And then for the shortest arc, the Lost Agent arc, there's less characters. So I'm like, oh,
What
hold on,
is
stop. Less characters, less time. Well, it's not directly 1-to-1, but just for the point, just for
The general sentiment.
yeah.
That's Hass.
what are we critiquing today? What is this critique? Is this like CBR?
This is 10
Yeah.
harsh
Yeah,
realities
CBR.
of watching
10
the
harsh
anime.
realities of watching the anime. By the way, it also has manga exclusive stuff.
Yeah, apparently the Lost Agent arc was pointless. The power scaling, like, it sucks because Ichigo didn't use Mugetsu against Yuha. Aizen, like, Aizen's character is unclear, but Aizen's character sucks. The pacing sucks.
What? Aizen's
They said the pacing
Aizen's
sucked
like the
twice.
best character.
People, like, they're also like,
No,
bro, Ichigo should have died.
The real best character is Tsukishima.
The fuck is
Yeah, my
that?
best friend
Nah.
Tsukishima, he helped Kubo write Bleach.
Nah, it's Aizen.
Okay, so 3
No,
is
no,
lack of
Tsukishima,
solid
dude,
character
Tsukishima.
growth. What?
Wait, what?
Lack
Lack
of
of-
3. Byakuya,
It's on, so it's my
Renji,
turn.
Ichigo.
Kenpachi! Even your Unga Bunga one-dimensional boy has some
So,
character
wait,
development.
Hold
wait,
on, bro.
Hold on. He makes a claim that the only character whose growth development occurs is Ichigo. But does he like what? Forget about Renji, Rukia, Byakuya,
Hold up.
even Aizen?
So,
It's my turn to read.
Wow.
Let's see what
Wait.
exactly
wait,
they
before
say.
that, right, shouts out to the mask, man. I fuck with this nigga's content, bro. This nigga made a video on Kenpachi and said he was the best side character. We got webcam parrot saying Noitora is the best side character, or the best character. I think both of them are tripping, but I'm like, bro, lack of solid character growth. I need y'all to stop it. Go on, King. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean?
Lack
The
of
only
solid
character-
character growth. Ichigo is probably the
Fine,
only
fine,
character
fine.
whose growth occurs in discrete, measurable steps. Everyone else seems to either jump forward or backward in terms of character development, often at random intervals. Almost like Ichigo is the main character and we get spend the most time with him or something, I don't know. Rukia, Orihime, Renji, Byakuya, and Ryu get their time in the sun, but not when their arcs conflict with or interrupt Ichigo's. What the fuck are you saying? A notable example is Kisuke Urahara, Bleach's resident funny man whose incredible potential is overshadowed by a protagonist's blinding limelight. What the fuck are you on about? What the fuck
Yeah, what
is
the
this?
fuck? Yeah,
I have
but
no idea.
Nunes,
Yeah.
we both need to realize that, like, Noitora is the only well-written character in Bleach.
Because he hates women.
Get him out of here.
He's the
He's a
only well-written
parrot.
character.
I have a question. If there's no character growth, how come we like these characters? If the characters are that bad?
Well, okay.
Like even characters with minimal development, like Yoruichi, Kenpachi, Mayuri, they're still iconic as fuck.
I don't know what's up with them. I guess this is just get somebody pulling out something out of their ass like in the other fucking biz.
So
Like, yeah,
this,
I'll agree. Not every character in Bleach is well developed, but that would be impossible.
It kind of is because like what the guy has to juggle
Like,
like 100 characters at once.
in every story, there has to be a balance of low developed characters or characters with no character development and characters with plenty of character development. Otherwise, you would
I mean, his
either have
the
a story
only
with character, no writing, no development, or you have a story with too much character, too much writing, too much development. Why the fuck are all these irrelevant side characters given so much detail?
like,
Like,
What do you mean?
people, they love their Hunter x Hunter. They fucking love Hunter x Hunter. Not everyone in Hunter x Hunter is a grade A, platinum level masterpiece written character. By necessity.
yeah. But
But
there's two like sides to this.
young,
There's
young.
characters that
You're-
grow, and there's characters that you discover more about as the series goes on. Kisuke
But
isn't
yeah.
a character that grows. It's a character that you learn more about as the series goes on. Like at least for the main thing. Camp Your Own World has like has him like reminiscing about being like, bro, maybe I shouldn't have made the whole Goku. And even if I did, like it's just showing insights to his character, which is just as good as character growth. Like it doesn't necessarily your character doesn't necessarily have to grow if you can reveal parts of their character, which then justifies their actions or different facets of their personality or things that they do.
Like I mentioned earlier, Aizen's motive rant right before he gets sealed up says so much about his character from that one scene by itself.
Yeah.
But Yang. I disagree on your point of like you can't develop everything in a story. Look at Lord of the Rings. You have like a few pages dedicated to a fucking tree branch.
Lord of the Rings doesn't have a fully developed
Rings
character.
serious? Yeah, never really.
Like
What?
the only
even that
critique
is not
here,
like
the only critique I think here I agree with is like Uryu. I think Uryu is underrated or is not as well developed as the other characters, but
what?
like everything else is
Bad take.
yeah, like that's
Bad
what.
take. Bad take. Bad take. Bad take.
What do
Bad
you-
take. Bad take.
Ah,
Bad take. Bad take.
I mean, he doesn't get as much time as the others in the Thousand Year Blood War, and I feel like that he's underdeveloped. He could have more development.
Honestly, I agree with you there. Like, considering how much potential the Blood War had for him as a character, it just didn't do enough. But again, considering Kubo's health at the time, I understand why he couldn't do it.
Maybe the anime should expand on it.
I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I think that's a dog shit take. Like, I'm not trying to be rude to y'all or nothing. I think that's a dog shit take. I don't think y'all reread like the Half-World fight.
Like, I'm
I
not
don't think
saying
y'all do
Uryu
that.
got no development. It's
No,
just
that's not what I'm saying.
it didn't
either.
feel like enough.
I'm saying that the Half-World fight does so much just to attest to him as a person. Like, I just think that's a bad take to say, like, wanting more. Like, you can want more, as well as being like, yeah, Kubo did a lot of shit if you go back and read the actual fight with Half. When the nigga is on the floor, being like, yeah, I acknowledge this. I know I'm not doing this by the balance. I know that even if I do this, shit might get fucked up. I'm acknowledging this. But I'm still about to do this for my friends. I still care for my friends. I still do think this is something I should do. I think the Half-World fight humanizes Uryu so fucking much. Like, just directly. Like, even outside of everything. Like, I just don't think that's a good take for Uryu at all. I'm just being honest with y'all. Like, we can
Yeah, I mean
disagree or
that like
disagree.
that's fine. That fight's like fine, but the problem is like he should have had like more development to his character and like more time. Then actually he didn't get that more time comparatively to like Ichigo and the other characters in the Blood War. No, actually
I
not in the
feel
Blood
like-
War. Like compared,
I
Yeah.
feel like we're going off on a tangent here. Like, we shouldn't be making
Yeah, this
CBR's point for that. We should be disagreeing with their point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
Like, we could just disagree.
go on.
Alright.
Let's agree to disagree. We can discuss this at a later point.
Alright. 2. Irrelevant characters take up screen time. And they show these. Oh,
What?
Pain. Rather
Yo,
than
the
work
Espada? Nah, they shouldn't exist at all. It should just be Isaac Gin and Kaname fighting a 3-man war against the entire Gote.
Okay, rather
Yeah,
than working on
irrelevant characters.
developing existing favorite characters, Bleach chooses to stuff dozens of negligible characters into its numerous arcs. Its substantial influx of trivial entities fills the story with more mayhem than it can handle or need for that matter. The Espada are well written characters, whereas many of their faction might as well not exist. Ichigo's classmates are fun to be around, but their value fades after the age of Shinigami arc. It's all just wasted precious screen time. So your
Then why
complaint
are the
is that,
Espada the image for this entry?
like
It should be the Fractions, because you
Yeah,
directly complain about
isn't
them.
the question
yeah, isn't
I
like a,
have with this is literally that like, so you're saying that like the fan favorite characters that you have are these characters that aren't focused on, right? And they're like bringing up other characters, but by doing that you're showing that you have characters such as the Espada and such as these other groups that are well written, and then you have a few other characters that aren't, which literally is
They,
just by like, oh, not every character is going to be developed. Not every character is going to get screen time. So I'm like, what?
like, the Fractions, they're basically, their entire narrative purpose is to just be some generic bad guys for the lieutenants to fight. That's basically their purpose. They don't need to be anything more than that. Like,
wait,
by
is that what
design
they're
of what they're
saying?
meant to be.
Like, are they with like whoa? What are they like even saying? I don't understand. Like, are they saying that like the Fraction take up too much screen time, or that they take less screen time? Screen
Or
time.
anything that
They take
No,
up,
you
so
don't
they're
they're
using the
enough.
saying
Fraction
that, like,
as an example. They're not just
like,
specifically mentioning the Fraction. They mean other characters too, but the Fraction is what they're using as an example.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, which is weird
The
because like
spotter will.
they
this
use the
sort of goes
Espada
back
for
into the
example.
character development thing. Like, did they make the same point twice again?
Yes, they did.
Like,
They
you
made the
can't
same point
have
twice.
literally every character in your story be a masterpiece of good writing. You need your irrelevant side characters or your 2D, 1D characters for the sake, just so the audience doesn't feel dragged down by the amount of writing for pacing's sake.
Yeah,
Again, I'll say again. Look at the Lord of the
Pacing is
Rings. You can
important.
do it well if you do it like that.
Pacing is always important in a story.
I think it's weird to like
Like,
in the first place to be
they
like,
also,
bro, that side characters not developed enough. Because I'm like, bro,
like,
in life you're not going to know everybody's story. Everybody has a fucking story. You consider a lot of niggas to be like side characters in your story. Like a lot of people you just pass by.
everyone's the main character of their
Yeah,
own life.
it's like there's characters that you don't know about. There's characters that don't get developed. There's people that you don't see. But I'm like, even to this, I'm like, Bleach does a very good job about fleshing out a lot of its characters. And for the ones that it doesn't, they serve a specific purpose and they're used for a specific purpose.
Wait,
Like,
Agent of the Shinigami arc. That was like they give an example of like
Ichigo's human friends that never get any powers. Like, you realize they don't have to be relevant all the time. Their main purposes are comedic value, helping to humanize Ichigo, and that's about it. Like, they don't need to
Wait,
be around all the
isn't there like
time
a
because they
filler
literally
Bro,
can't get
where they
involved
got
in these
powers?
conflicts.
bro, I find it so funny because
I
this
mean,
is
hell,
literally making a complaint
like,
about the narrative of Bleach. Because Kubo literally said it in Camp Your Own World when like Narita is talking about it, like and he's talking about like how it was for him to write like Camp Your Own World. Like Kubo literally told him, Bleach is a series about Ichigo and the Shinigami battles. That is the story of Bleach. He didn't want to go into like, oh, the families and all that because that will detract from that original story, that main story. This is literally having a complaint about the actual narrative of Bleach. They're like, bro, I don't agree with Kubo choosing this to be the narrative of Bleach. That's literally what they're saying.
are they making two of the same point in one entry that they've already made?
Yeah, this is a
Like,
story about
even then,
Ichigo and the Soul Reaper battle, so I didn't want to muddy the story's focus by taking away from that. Literally, bro, right here.
they already complained about the narrative. They already complained about the characters. They're complaining about two things they already complained about in one entry. What the fuck?
Stop
Like,
recycling
even
your stuff,
then,
CBR.
Wait.
Even then,
Nunes,
even then,
what's point number one? Like,
we'll get there.
We'll get
I
there
just
in a
want to say
second.
one. I just want to say one quick thing before we move on there.
okay.
Like even then, like on the note of like Ichigo's human friends, they don't do anything. We even get a little drama out of these quote irrelevant side characters because of Tatsuki. She notices Ichigo running around in this weird ass robe with a sword on his back. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Ichigo's not telling her anything. Morihime suddenly vanishes, and Ichigo's acting like it's no big deal. She knows he's connected in some way, but she doesn't know how. So she straight up throws him against the wall, like, "Motherfucker, what the hell is happening here?"
Yeah, but
Like even this quote irrelevant side
yeah,
character can get
but if you include the filler, the
drama.
characters have a good deal of development.
We would. So yeah, they do got development. There are side
Yeah.
stories as
Like,
well for them.
I'm
for
pretty sure
his
like
friends.
there's a filler arc where you have like Cone and the human side
Dark
characters like get
Horizons.
powers.
The Karakura Riser, yes sir, Karakura Riser,
Yeah.
yes sir.
Or
Deadass, the only thing I actually remember of that though is like Chizuru's like her suit just makes her uber horny, and she just molests a female hollow. That's the only thing.
The Karakura Risers are very powerful. Alright, hold on. What's number one? The anime
They
was
fucked up on
abruptly
every.
canceled. Shut the. Oh, hold up, bro. Wait, hold up.
Are you?
Dude.
Wait,
This was
what?
published 17 hours ago, dude. The
So
anime's coming back
they
in
don't know
October.
about the 7-year blood war. They don't know
The
that
anime's
shit
coming
is
back.
coming back.
Wait, hold up. They make a
Hold
point
up,
about.
hold up.
Hold up.
It's my
7-year
turn
blood
to
war.
read. Let me
No.
make their point.
Because like they make a point about the manga, and then they're like they double up on points. They make a point about the manga, and then they say the anime's canceled even though it's coming back. And this was released 17 hours ago. I'll just say yesterday. We already have the anime announced. But
Let me
read it
make their
again.
point, then I'll make my bits on like why this is dog
Wait,
shit.
what was point number one?
The anime was abruptly canceled, don't you know? Don't you know?
But let's let Yang read it.
The anime was canceled after the Tale of the Lost Agent arc. Oh, poor Bleach fans, their series got canceled. Owing to a combination of how low ratings and general disinterest. No, it's because they almost caught up with the fucking manga and they were kind of getting sick of making fillers.
So they just
But
said,
anyways, devoted fans were naturally curious by this corporate decision, more so when the 1,000-Year Blood War arc was released in manga form. Bleach was the only member of the Big Three to suffer such an unfortunate fate. Although the anime has once again been picked up and is expected to release in late 2022, it took 5 years longer than it should have.
Big
What the fuck do you mean? Okay, they fucking mention like, the anime was abruptly canceled as a bad thing. Like, isn't that a good thing? You bitch and moan about the filler and anime pacing multiple times in this list. Like, if the anime kept going after the Lost Agent arc with no break, there would have been fuck tons of filler. And we would be in a Naruto for Shinobi War arc situation. Wouldn't it be a good thing that we're not dealing with these fillers that you hate?
Especially, bro.
But
Bro, with the trailer,
the
bro.
Naruto War arc was so good.
Oh!
Shut up, man.
Especially with this trailer for the
And then,
1,000-Year Blood War, bro. This
even my controlling
animation.
Obito made no sense.
Oh, look at the animation,
Like
bro.
the Naruto War arc
This,
was so good. You can get feelings in the War arc that makes Asuma stronger than Pain.
Oh my god.
Look at the
Like,
bro.
straight up, like, you know how much fucking filler is in the fucking Naruto Shinobi War arc? We would be in that exact same scenario if the anime staff didn't say enough is enough. Let's wait for this shit to finish. And CBR would just have more ammo to argue that, filler bad. Like, it's a lose-lose scenario no matter how you do it. And if you ask me, it's a good thing they waited an extra 5 years, because have you seen the art quality and animation in that trailer?
I literally
Shit's
have it on screen right now, bro. Look at it here, bro. Look at how cold this looks, bro. Look at how cold this looks. Look at that, bro. Oh, bro, I can't play these things, bro. Anything might get me. But yeah, CBR
Like, bro, like,
don't make no sense. You don't make no sense.
Like, dude,
This was bad.
you know how Berserk got a bad anime adaptation?
Ooh.
Imagine if instead of that, the animation and art quality was similar to like what we're getting with the Blood War now. Like Berserk fans would be busting 10 nuts every day for as long as that shit was going
Imagine
on.
we got the same art quality for Berserk as we got in the fucking manga Berserk.
Bro, look.
Well, that's just never gonna happen. That's just way too detailed to be an animation.
Yeah.
True. Also,
Shit,
it can't
bro,
even
so
continue
trash.
because the author is dead. Sadly.
No, his mantle
Yeah,
is
but
being
Berserk-
taken up by
Like, if
Okay, let's
anything,
get in.
if anything, the wait is just going to make like the anime's return that much stronger.
Yeah.
For
Like,
what?
bruh.
Berserk?
Bro, hold on, bro. Bleach was trending, bro. We're fucking up, bro. People were getting hyped when Demon Slayer's trending. Nigga, Bleach was trending, bro. I don't want to fucking hear it, bro. I don't want to
Yo,
hear
Bleach
it.
inspired Demon Slayer.
Bleach inspired JJK, bro. Bro. And niggas are sucked, bro. Jujutsu Kaisen sucked off so much, bro. Jujutsu Kaisen was inspired by Bleach, bro.
I thought Jujutsu Kaisen was inspired by Naruto.
No, like the
No.
authors literally said,
Black
dude,
Clover.
huh?
Black
Wait a
Clover and
minute.
Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
was inspired by Naruto.
Like I've heard Splash
Bleach,
Day was
Bleach.
inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho.
No, like the
What
authors
was?
literally said that he was inspired by Bleach before. I think they even have an interview together when they talk, like when they're talking to each other. But he literally said
Anyway,
he's
we're
inspired
getting
by Bleach.
we're getting
Either way,
super off topic
we
now.
finished the CBR
Like,
list. This was dog. Yo, we got other CBR lists. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna release this video, but we have like
Yo,
we've done
yo,
four so far.
we have like
bully this.
you have like 5 or 6 videos planned coming up.
Yeah.
Yo,
But yeah, whenever this does come out,
Uh,
watch them other ones.
Yo,
Let go.
let's